अब्बास से बेहद प्यार करते थे। उसी प्यार से इस लड़ाई की शुरुआत हुई।
And today it is my pleasure to welcome the extremely talented Suparn Varma to Los Angeles and to Showbiz India for the first time. Welcome.
Thank you. Lovely to be here with you, Reshma.
Looks like you've been spending some time in LA. This is a beautiful place.
I have been coming to LA regularly for the last 4-5 years.
So let's talk about Huck. First of all, congratulations. Brilliant film, fan for life. Everyone acted so well. What made you decide that you wanted to make a film that could be controversial, and it is?
Well, here's the thing. More than controversial, I wanted a conversational film. So when I was making Sirf Ek Bandaa Kafi Hai with Manoj Bajpayee, that again could have been controversial. But while making it, we realized that it's about the intent and what you're trying to say. And if your heart is clear, it connects with the audiences. And I think that's what's happened with Huck as well. It's #1 all over UAE, it's #1 in Pakistan, it's #1 in Nigeria. I was talking to Harun Rashid, the journalist in BBC London, and he's like, women are going viral on TikTok, making reels about Huck per se and talking about the experiences. And it's connected with people in a very big way. And there are conversations happening between men and women, and the men have been as supportive about it as well as women. I think why did I choose to do this was, for me, Huck is a story of a woman who, was wronged. And somebody asked me why now. It's a story that's 40 years old. And for me, nothing has changed for women in the last 40 years. It's still the same. They still live in a man's world. They still have the same issues, the same, battles to fight. So until that changes, I don't think stories kind of go old per se.
बच्चे कैसे?
अमरान हमारे कंधों तक आता है। कनीज अपने बाल घुटनों तक करना चाहती है। फिलहाल तो टिकता ही नहीं एक जगह, इसलिए घर छोड़ कर आए।
बात यहाँ तक नहीं पहुँचनी चाहिए थी बानू।
जी।
तो फिर तुमने ऐसा क्यों किया? तुम्हें क्या लगा मैं डर जाऊंगा?
बात सिर्फ आपकी ज़बान की थी।
Imran Hashmi portrayed the character with such beautiful ease where you actually don't like him, which is which is the intent, I suppose. What about grey morality here?
So, a couple of things. All my characters all through my life have had this edge of being grey. I don't believe in binaries of black and white. Good people can do bad things, bad people can do good things. It's also the perspective of when you come into the story and how it's placed with the audience's mind. But with Imran's character, it is also a very tough role because, on paper, Yami has the author back role. And Imran's question to me at the beginning of the film was, how do you want me to play him? I said, I want him to be understood. And also, this is 1970. Imran's character of Abbas comes from a very normalized world. The way he is normalized. There's nothing in his head that he's doing wrong. There is no counter perspective to it. In fact, his mother is an enabler, saying she justifies everything that happens. That, oh, your chachi did this, your cousin did this. It's all good in the hood. So he came from a world where this was very, very normalized. So he didn't see himself doing wrong initially. And also then his ego came in the middle. That she left me. Why should I say sorry? Why should a man say sorry? So these things get compounded. I mean, we went the emotional route, #1 with the characters. And #2, for me, we made Shazia. The idea was to be inspired by Shah Bano's story and not make a biopic. So we created our world of Shazia Bano, where Shazia's father is a Maulvi. She is a 5-time Namazi. She's not very well educated, but she knows her Quran backwards. And for me, faith is a very personal thing. And it's the same thing for Shazia as well, where, when a third person comes between you and your faith, they tend to color it. They tend to bring in their ideas or dogmas into it. When it's just you and the book or you and your God, nobody can come in between. And that's what she does. She literally quotes the Quran and says it's all there in the book. Ikra, pad. And I think that's what's resonated because, there is one perspective that you can kind of demonize something or completely change the perspective and say, no, it's all there in the book. It's nothing wrong with anybody. It's the people who misuse it. And it's all about that. And when you do that, the controversy goes away, the conversation begins there.
तो फिर तुमने ऐसा क्यों किया? तुम्हें क्या लगा मैं डर जाऊंगा?
बात सिर्फ आपकी ज़बान की थी।
नहीं, पिछली बार तुमने कहा था कि तुम्हारी इज्जत की बात थी। मैंने बहुत सोचा और तुम सही थी। मैंने सवाब के लिए सारे से शादी नहीं की थी। मैं हमेशा सायरा से मोहब्बत करता था।
What kind of a director are you? Did you do a lot of rehearsals? Do you leave room for just spontaneity? How do you direct?
What I did was, I did readings with my actors before we started shooting the film, just to get a sense of ease and everything. Also, we had a dialogue coach, who incidentally turned out he was related to Shah Banu's family, which was, serendipitous of all the things he clocked. So yeah. So there are certain words that, for example, Yami marked out certain words. She doesn't speak English, but she does use certain words. Like when Saira says she wants to go to the market, she calls it marketing, because that's what was said in the 70s. So she marked out those words. Certain words were kind of played around with, where we worked those out. Imran's character came more educated, more polished. So that flowed straighter, simpler. We cast a lot of locals as well, along with Shivaji, who's, Maestro, Danish Hussain, who's again a written stage actor, Seema Tangdi and Jamni Pathak. So these guys knew the milieu. So that was real. Also, I shot the whole film in Lucknow in one straight go in 32 days. And that really helped. Although we would travel 2 hours to the shoot and 2 hours back from the shoot and shoot 12 hours a day. So the shooting was pretty hectic for the actors and the crew. But I think everybody could see the magic come out alive. When it comes to directing on set, I kind of set my frames in a way where I tell my actors, this is what I'm planning first thing in the morning, and in case they have anything different to do. So I call them on set when they're without makeup. I tell them this is what the camera is going to do, this is how I plan to shoot it, in case they want to do something different. And usually they are in sync, so there's no discussion there, but then they know, they mentally map it out. And we do a basic reading. So the sur or the tonality is played out per se. And my DOP can light up. Accordingly, he knows where they're going to stop and mark. And I do 1 or 2 technical runs. I never had to take more than 2 takes. My editor script is like, Suparn, firstly you're shooting single shots and you're doing 2 takes. You're not even giving me a 3rd take. I'm like, a performance is all there. What do you want me to do? I mean, technically it works. So yeah, I think I have done, shows and movies where I have had a cut per second and using multiple cameras. And then there is Haq, where I needed, Therav. I need the camera to stay. I needed the camera to take you in that scene, in that moment.
आपकी बेगम आपके ऊपर केस कर रही है।
हमारे 3 छोटे बच्चे हैं। महीने के खर्च पर बात हुई थी, अचानक पैसे देना बंद कर दिया।
मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ और सेकुलर लॉ को आप एक दूसरे के खिलाफ खड़ा कर रही हैं।
एक सांस में 3 बार तलाक लेना कैसे सही हो सकता है सर?
तुमने न सिर्फ कौम के साथ गद्दारी की है, बल्कि काफिरों का साथ दिया है।
तो आप कह रही हैं कि शरीयत के तरीके से दिया गया तलाक लागू नहीं है?
इन्होंने कुरान पढ़ा ही नहीं है और शरीयत बोल रहे हैं।
Is there any particular scene that you found emotionally exhausting directing?
I didn't find it emotionally exhausting for myself. I like the fact if I'm feeling emotional, then I know at least if I'm feeling it, some of it will translate on camera as well, because I'm behind the camera. I learned something early in life, in my career. Don't be in a rush to say cut. Actors can give you magic, but you have to allow them that space and time. So there are times when actors will, kind of finish a scene, but if you don't say cut, then they'll keep playing along and riffing. And when you have great actors, sometimes comes with gold. So there are small things, small nuances, that those moments are just honest and real, and they happen on the moment. and they may not happen again in the next take. Those are when you don't say a cut in a rush. Just wait. Scene is over, done. Give it another 30 seconds. Sometimes, of course, the actors look at the camera and say, "Bhai, kaatna hai." But yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
So,
In conclusion, what would you like to say to young filmmakers around the world?
I think honestly, this is the best time for any filmmaker anywhere in the world because you have a camera, you have literally a movie making machine in your hand with smartphones. Get together with like-minded people, whether they want to act, whether they want to write or compose music. Just go ahead, write, shoot, edit, put it together. You have means of distribution. You have YouTube. Put it up, put it out there. See what reactions are. Keep on making stuff. Keep on refining stuff. Keep at it and start as early as possible. There is no age to it.
Thank you so much for being so
Thank you
generous
so
with your
much.
time.
Thank you.
And we wish you continued success.
Thank you.
सिर्फ एक हियरिंग की बात है, हो गई एक हियरिंग।
जो बात अंदरूनी तौर पर रफा दफा हो जानी चाहिए थी, अब जमाना उसे देखेगा।
अगर पूरा मुल्क इसमें घुसने ही वाला है, we'll give this nation a spectacle.
जब एक औरत पे हर कानून, हर सजा लागू होती है तो मर्द क्यों बचता है?
सेक्युलर लॉ की आड़ में शरीयत का मजाक बनाया जा रहा है और हम देखते रह जाएंगे। इसे बचाना हमारा फर्ज है।
हम सिर्फ मुसलमान औरत नहीं, हम हिंदुस्तान की मुसलमान औरत है, इसी मिट्टी में पले बड़े हैं। इसलिए कानून हमें भी उसी नजर से देखे जैसे बाकी हिंदुस्तानियों को देखता है।